tranquilize me.
Okay, very nice.
Very
If
nice.
the message, tranquilized you, it's okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
1 minute.
Patricia! Patricia's coming. Speaking of Patricia, welcome, Patricia.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Nice to... Hello, girl. Are you okay, Patricia?
Yes, I'm okay. And you, Flávia?
All right. What happened? We were waiting for you 1 hour ago.
I'm sorry, but I thought...
You didn't realize it was 1 p.m.?
Sorry.
No, we thought with Sarah that you were really having a hard time with the kids. I said, oh my gosh. Never. Oh, we just returned, Patricia. We just returned to have the big discussion. Okay. We just came because I think you misunderstood the time, because in Brazil it's 10 a.m. and for us it is 1 o'clock. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's okay. You are forgiven. You're forgiven. No problem at all. Okay, that's okay. But if you want, because Sarah and Dennis, Sarah had the presentations, but if you want to include yours about the Strengths Finder, because she prepared, the Strengths Finder, and Sarah had talked to Patricia. So then probably when you start speaking, now we're going to open up the discussion, to everybody, just to introduce to you, Patricia. So up, you have Cesar. I don't know if Cesar appears in your screen. Do you remember Cesar, Patricia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, remember. Okay. Here to me on my left is Raquel. Raquel, say hi to Patricia.
Hello, nice to meet you, Patricia.
Hello, Raquel. Nice to meet you too.
Great, all right. Patricia is in Arruda dos Vinhos, right? Or in Algarve? Arruda?
Arruda.
Okay, all right. Yes, today she's in Arruda and Raquel is in São Paulo. Dennis is new to our group here. Okay, Dennis, say hi.
Hello, Patricia. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Dennis. Nice to meet you too. I'm
Dennis
sorry my delay.
No,
that's okay.
You are forgiven.
It's a happy hour, so...
Yeah, happy hour, yes.
Happy hour.
And then when I told Sarah now, I saw that you saw the cellular phone at 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, eesh, I think Patricia saw the cellular phone at 3 o'clock in the morning. Probably she didn't sleep well. So Joaquin, the baby, had some problems.
No, I make a mistake. I made a mistake in the hour of happy hour.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Because in the other times, the happy hour was 2 p.m. o'clock.
But you know why? Because we are at winter daylight saving time.
Okay.
That's the point. We are 1 hour. 1 hour different. So in relation to the others that were 4 hours different from Brazil. But it's okay.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's okay because you prepared your presentation. Sarah prepared. Dennis prepared. You only missed the opportunity to exchange, because Sarah and Dennis talked about, and Rachel, Carlos, and Cesar. Cesar, what a beautiful T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm preparing my...
the camera and I saw the eagle.
No, it's a Chewbacca eagle.
It's not an eagle.
Like it's IT guys.
Yeah, IT guys. Yeah,
T-shirts like this.
Nerd we are.
Nerd T-shirt.
Okay, very nice. Okay, Patricia, do you remember Carlos? I don't know if you remember Carlos.
Yes, I remember the first happy hour.
I think yes. Carlos participated. Yes. Okay, very nice. So here we have Patricia.
No.
The second.
No.
The second.
It was the second.
Yeah.
In the second you couldn't, Patricia, because I think you had some family things, so you couldn't attend. Okay, this is our fourth happy hour, right? And then here we are. Well, so we're going to start. And then if you want to just now, Sarah and Dennis, because you are the first group, okay? So, and together with Patricia. So you're going to have 15 minutes, about 15 minutes to present. Huh?
Okay.
15 to 20 minutes. And then if you wanted to, Sarah, if you wanted to position Patricia, when Patricia speaks.
Patricia, we already talked about, you can speak after this presentation because your tool is a good complement. The tool that you are going to present is a good complement to the perspective of leadership that we are going to talk about.
Okay, Patricia, so be ready with your presentation for sharing. Huh? And then what is going to happen? So I'm going to ask Dennis, Sarah, and Patricia, well, especially Dennis and Sarah, what have you decided? Do you want to have the group participation during your presentation, or you would rather have them participating after you finish the presentation?
We put a question at the end of the presentation that it's in order to, you know, the group exchange their experience. But what I think it's nice, it's during the presentation, if you guys have any kind of collaboration or things that you want to talk about, I think it's nice also. So I think it's better if it was an exchange of ideas, you know. So Sarah made the entire presentation. I want to put some points here. But Sarah, you're talking about, I will complement. And everyone here, you know, it's a team that everyone has some kind of experience. So let's talking about. I think that's what is nice here.
Very good. So everyone, so I have Carlos having the microphone muted. I advise everyone also to mute your microphones while the other team is presenting. And take notes, please, while they are speaking, the points that you think you agree or you disagree. You can use the chat. I invite you also to have the chat on for you to write anything that you want or any point that you wanted to stress after. Okay, so now I'm going to, you know, lead or pass on the floor to group one. So Sarah, Dennis, and Patricia. Okay, so it's about here in Portugal 2 o'clock to 9, and in Brazil 11. Okay, so then 11, 9. So you're gonna have up to the end of our up to 11:30 or 2:30 to finish. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Okay, so I will share.
I gave you the permission.
Okay. Are you seeing it?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
Okay. We would like to talk about management and leadership, and we like to start with the difference between one and another. Management is making effective use of resource tools, people. So it's a process of dealing with or controlling the resource and the people that we have on our that we have to work with. Leadership, on the other hand, is inspiring, is motivating, is directing people towards some goals or some project or some objective that we have. Is a skill of getting people to do what we want, but willingly to do the things that we want and to achieve the goals that we are pointing for. So it's very important to have here this balance between one thing and the other, and to be not only a manager, but to improve in a way that we are capable of being also and mostly a leader. This is the main idea that we want to to pass to you. The key point to become this leader is to have this capacity of empathy and to have the perspective. We need to be able to reach out to the people that we are responsible for. We need to have this capacity to understand the people, to put the people first and to help them grow, to be able to identify the best in them, and to give them the perspective that we believe, to give them a clear vision of what we want them to do, why this job is important, and that they feel necessary, that they have an important role on the team. We found this sentence that I think sums this idea, that the real job of a leader is not being in charge of the job itself, is about taking care of the people that are in charge of the job. Our responsibility as a leader is about taking care of the people, is about putting the people first. And leadership is
I'm sorry, Sarah, only for complementing what you're saying. There is one thing that I think is very important for us. Sometimes we are manager and we are responsible for the process of management. But I believe that all of the time you have to practice leadership. So if you are an analyst, if you are a director, if you are a manager, if you are anything, any position that you are put on, you are able to practice leadership. You are able to influence the right people in order to get your job done or improve your life. So I think that's why leadership is so important. And inside the companies, of course, you have to find the balance between the two. So I believe that's important thing that to add here, and two different, because sometimes people think that I want to practice leadership when I became a manager, when I became a director, and that is not true at all. So you are able to influence your team, you are able to influence your boss and lead your boss sometimes for a better idea, for a better result for your project. Only practicing leadership, So I think this is a good important thing. Sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's true. I agree. It's very important. Leadership is not. It's a skill, and like others, like we have here, could be practiced, could be learned, but most important, need to be develop and practice every day. Need to be something that we are constantly doing, and is like this. Is not only in our job when we are with our team. It's in our homes. It's with our family. We could be a leader, and it's a good way to. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset that will give us positive results in all situations. So this leads us to the difference that a good manager makes in the teams. A good manager is capable of coaching, support, give real-time feedback, help the team understand the value of the work and how this work is important and it's relevant in the company, for example. But this leadership needs to be consistent, needs to be something that the leader gives the example, is the walk the talk, is this expression needs to be a daily practice that makes a difference. Is like incentivizing, encourage, point out the things that are good at our members of the team, is providing this clear vision that the people know what's the value of your job, that make people feel like their job is necessary and is recognized. Is prioritizing people and not numbers, because we know the numbers will not help us, the people will, and is having this vision that we want to go far, we want to accomplish our targets, of course, but we need to go there together as a group.
Yeah, I believe that it's very important. And one thing that I also I want to emphasize here, I want to discuss that is the leadership by example, and also the clear vision. I think that's the two very important points, because it's very hard for you leading a team if you are not give the example. So this famous phrase that the leader it's wanted the work harder and you know put his in the front of the team. You know, I think it's a very true thing inside the companies, inside leadership. So I think leadership by example, it's very important. So that is a program that is very nice one, and it's a funny one, that the undercover boss. So the boss goes to the to the front and the operation side, and have to deal with the day-by-day operations undercover, and this is give to them a lot of inputs and a lot of insights in order to
it's a podcast, Dennis. It's a podcast.
No, it's a program. It's a television program. It's a very funny one.
Program. Yes, Undercover Boss is the name.
Undercover Boss. Yeah, it's a very funny one. But it's take this point, the leadership by example. It's funny, but it's the point. It is this. You know, when you leader by example, when you take the trash, even if you are a director, you know, it is important. You send a message here. You know, when you make these things. So. I believe a lot of this, and the clear vision for me, it's also very related with talk the truth. You know, you have to talk the truth to your team. If you are in a bad situation, you have to put the clear vision. You have to talk the truth. Listen, guys, we are not we are in a bad situation here. Okay, Cesar, go ahead. You say that I'm not giving the example.
No, okay. No. I think for me, it's a very important subject, because I think sometimes it's not easy to deal with the expectation of the team. And I think the leadership has to deal with very clear. I don't know how, or it's very hard, I think, because sometimes the team has a lot of doubts or expectation in relation to job, or relation to life, or relation the future. Yeah, and I think it's a good skills of the leader sometimes to prepare or every time thinking about the future. What's happening? What's the ways? Yes, of course, not the correct answer, but the try to do some expectations, some perspective. Yes, because I think it's a good to bring some peace. Yes, I don't know the correct word, but some environment peace. Yeah, because people needs answers. Yes, it's very important in job, in the life. So I think it's a good skills to a good leadership. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's being a leader is not easy. In fact, it's very hard. I found this because my experience as a manager is very recent, and so I'm passing through this experience, and I can say it's really not easy, because and one of the examples is like this, is this sentence. I think it says everything. The closest thing of being a leader is parenting, and it's hard because like we cannot fire our children even when we have a lot of problems with them. Being a leader is like this, is like always commit to people, and always trying to find the best of them, and to support and to coach, and having this constant responsibility of take care of people. And of course, we work with the team, we have targets, and we have objectives to fulfill, but and this is what makes it hard, because we need to balance the two things and be very good at bringing people to do what we need them to do to achieve the goals. It's being in a constant learning mode. It's being and we point out these questions. We need to how to think, how give and receive feedback, how to correct when is necessary, ask the right questions, how to build a trusting team, how to empower and help bringing up the best in our people. It's a challenge every day, and it's very rewarding. I found it, but it's also very hard. And this is not like Dennis already said, is not only with our teams, is with our families, is everywhere. We can apply this to our life in generally, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, just to give very nice, just to give you in terms of timing here, we have just 7 minutes to go, and we still have Patricia to participate. So try to conclude, okay, for us to give the word to Patricia and to finish the group as a whole. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would like to add comments about this presentation. I think leadership is very hard because nowadays in our companies, one leader have a big team, and this is became more difficult, this role of leader. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
For sure, because it's when we have a big team, it's more difficult to know the different aspects of each person, right?
Yeah.
So it becomes harder. Yeah.
Yeah. It's harder
Okay.
to send a message.
I need to share, Sarah. I'm
Yeah.
going to.
Have you finished, Sarah, or this is the question that you want to ask at the end?
Oh,
Dennis?
no,
How is it?
It's not. Patricia could go ahead, and then we talk about the rest in the discussion. It's okay.
Yeah, I think we can, Patricia can go ahead, and after when when her finishes, we can, if we rearrange some time, we can ask the question. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm going to speak a little about leadership based on strengths, and I'm going to present a Gallup tool, the Strengths Finder assessment, because I did a course on this team, and I think this tool could be interesting for leaders, but also for each one individual, for individual development. What makes a great leader? Sarah speaks about this, and I think we could say about we could say some characteristics, but I think it is very difficult to make a list with all the qualities of a leader, because different people with different personalities can be great leaders. It depends on multiple variables. But according to Clifton, it is essential that each leader knows their strengths and puts the right strengths into practice in the right time. Don Clifton is a father of strengths psychology or positive psychology. Strengths-based leadership goes beyond the investing in your own strengths, but the leader must help others develop their strengths in order to achieve goals and success. This is Dr. Donald Clifton. He developed this tool, Clifton Strengths Finder. This tool is an online test with 177 questions and with 20 seconds per question to answer. These assessments will identify 5 main strengths, or it may show the total panel with 34 strengths, depending on the package that each one has. And the question is, what would happen if we focused on what is right with people? Gallup did a survey in the workplace and found that when corporate governance focus on strengths, people feel more engaged. This is an equation. Strengths are the results of natural skills, the talents versus investments. Clifton Strengths Finder measures the presence of 34 talents, but the name of these talents is teams. These teams represent the ways in which we naturally think, feel, and behave as unique individuals and serve as the foundation for developing leadership strengths. And the strengths are in 4 domains: executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. None of the 4 domains or 34 strengths are more or less important than another. All have the same wage. And each people are unique because 1 in 33 million chance of meeting someone with the same top 5 in the same order as you. And that's it. I think when each person is aware of personal strengths and sees strengths in others, the possibilities of for excellence are exponential.
Really good. Okay, very nice, Patricia. Well, have you finished? Sarah is gonna go back, and then for you to.
I think we don't need to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sarah. I think we can make the question directly.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know, Patricia, if you have questions to
I don't know. Well. I would like to know your feedback about this tool. Do you think that this tool could help leaders and teams, or what is your opinion?
We're gonna have a 5-minute discussion and then we go to the other group, okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Let's discuss leadership, management. Do you agree with everything that was exposed?
I know I'm a part of a group, but I want to make a point about the tool. I think the tool, Patricia, it's a nice one because I believe a lot in one thing, that we are living in a world of different disciplines, and you can be a leader in different disciplines. What I mean by that, nowadays you can be a very good leader if you are a creative person. You can make an empire if you are a creative person right now in our days. You can make an empire if you are a very tech person. If you know an industry, a specific industry. Carlos, it's make a lot of money. He's a rich guy now because he knows technology and the industry of health. So that's why, you know, you can, Flávia, you can at least increase your class, your class hours here. Yeah, because Carlos, I know it's very rich because that's my point actually. I think that this kind of tool, you are able to identify the strengths and explore in a good way, you know, identify the strengths of your team and as a leader, and, you know, amplify that. What I mean that it's important to balance, it's a dangerous one, it's a risk that you have to pay attention is, you have to, of course, deal with the weakness. And the weakness, it's things that you have to at least not put the people in a point that the weakness does not interfere in their success, you know. And sometimes I think nowadays we live in a world and we trying to avoid the conflict a lot, and then we try to avoid the hard truths. And sometimes I think when we are in a position of leader, we have to face the hard truth. We have to face the conflicts, and sometimes we have to discuss the weaknesses and the failures of our teams and our failures also. So that's one thing that I think that we need to balance in this kind of approach. You know, not only look at the approach for as a silver bullet. You know, you have to compose this with other things.
Do you agree, Patricia?
Yes, I agree with Dennis, but Don Clifton and this methodology think the same way. Because they say that we should manage the weaknesses, but the leaders or the people should focus more in the strengths. But obviously all the people have weaknesses, but needs manage them.
Okay.
Any other opinion? Great. Rachel, Carlos, Cesar, in relation to all the presentation.
I agree with all, because when I speak with my people in the company, I try to open the door and give him all access to me or to my partner in the company to speak, to bring our information, to bring our problems to in order I help them to solve. And
just a curiosity, Carlos, how many people you have at the company at the moment? 40.
Yeah.
It's a good group.
Yeah, a big group.
And now we grow into 60.
60?
We are.
It's an empire. It's an empire.
It's a little bit.
It's a military empire.
We are empire.
No, it's not Avi Caesar. Sorry, Avi Carlos.
It's a military empire.
And when Dennis said about avoid the conflicts, the opposite is it's valid to we don't have to stimulate the conflict. We have to solve them. We have to not avoid, but not stimulate it. And
it's a balance, né? That's
it's a balance. Because you try to speak with them to don't pressure your mind, because nowadays it's a delicate thing to speak with them, because we are all fragile.
Yeah, I would like to share my experience with this tool. Sorry, yes.
Take your time, Patricia. That's okay.
blackout.
English, I know.
Yeah.
English. That's okay.
No, because when my team did this approach, and all the people did the strengths finder, I think the output was very interesting, because the people, the relationships improve, because the people knows better each one.
Know each other and know
Yes,
each other
yes,
better.
know each other better. Yes.
Great.
Yeah. What I mean when I talk about this point of conflict, or tell the trying to work with the also the weakness. I have one recent example. For instance, me and Cesar, we work with a very talented guy for 2 years now, and then we had a problem with the project with him. His behavior is not properly right inside the client. So he makes some very bad things, But I saw the potential of this guy. He's a brilliant guy, very good one. And me and Cesar talked with him. He was very at first, at least the first month, he was a very defensive, resistant with our point of view. And in the last year, in our review, everyone put a good word for him. And I put a good word for him, but I explored the bad one. I did for the other manager there. I said, oh, this guy had this point of weakness, and you have to work with him in order to prepare him to become a better consultant. And this was not good last year for him in terms of their career inside of PwC, because he not get promoted. But this year, he during the project, he trying to understand and try to get better, and he start to the performance of this guy just go very high. And we start to work in their promotion, and he received 2 promotions this year. So he became almost a manager. And he was very happy, and we are talking about this. And so that's my point of view. If me and Cesar will not in a good way, we talk with him about their. But if you not work with him, he's probably not realize their weakness, and is not trying to get better, and he's not get a promotion. That's what happened. So that's my point. Sometimes we are not talking about the weakness. We're trying to avoid that, and it's not a health. Avoid the weakness. And that's the
guys, we have to move on. Very nice. We have to move on.
I have the same problem in the last weekend.
Okay.
And I try to solve it now on the next, because it's a delicate thing, because it's a gender thing, and gender
males, like only men is what you mean, gender.
Yeah, it's a gender. Yeah, it's a gender, because a situation, it's a gay person, and
a gay person.
We have to try to solve this situation, because it's not the purpose of the company to separate, to cause the apartheid.
Yes, the apartheid, of course not. Yeah.
Discriminating.
Discriminate. Yeah.
Discriminate. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of issues still, but we have the other group, no?
Okay,
and then we're going to be back. Okay, and I congratulate everybody. So very good, Sarah, Patricia, and Dennis. Now let's move on to Cesar, Raquel, and Carlos. Okay. Then you are on the spot. Come on, guys. Who is going to share the presentation? Each one will present separately, like this.
Yeah, we will start with Rachel, yeah? Rachel presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, Rachel, go ahead.
It's open.
Cesar is on the spot. Now it's me. Okay, no.
Everybody can see the presentation?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about ESG. We are experiencing a change in the world. Now everybody's looking to companies and see how they can help solving problems, not only have profits. So they are customers, employees, investors, leaders, and the governments, they are looking to companies and see how they can help the society, not just taking part of profits, but helping the whole problems that we have here.
Yeah, let me just
so I'm gonna
Rachel. So just please to explain that Rachel works for Itaú Bank in São Paulo. Okay, Patricia, and also what is ESG? Rachel.
Perfect. Yeah. Here I'm gonna bring a little bit about sustainability concept. So how it changed around on the time. So we started in the 60s and 90s talking about sustainability, and the companies, they were looking about offset debts. So just like if you are polluting a sector or a company, so the government and all the NOGs, they started to make some regulations to make the companies to change this way of doing business. So it was more about environmental debts. And it started around 90s and to 2015. So companies, they start to see they need to equalize these things. So I have my business here doing my job, but I need to make more donations, philanthropy to help the society, but a part of my business. And then it starts in 2015. The companies, they are start to look more about in addition to mitigating risks. They start to look to create solutions to make my business to make a positive impact in society. So the future of corporate sustainability is to use your core business to solve and act in the society problem. So it's not just looking at my business normally, but see how can I help in this kind of the world problem. So corporate sustainability is exactly the same as ESG. And here, these three letters, what means, so environmental, social, and governance. How your business, how can you work in this kind of team, in this kind of field? So here in environmental, you can talk about climate change, carbon emissions, renewable energy, how can you manage the natural resource, how you're going to manage your waste and pollution and everything, how your business, your operation. In social, we are looking about workforce, so diversity, how your employees are health and safe, how your customer, the satisfaction of your customer, human rights, so it's more about the people. And at governments, how you are look at to the future and see like about cybersecurity and corruption, how your executive are paying, so the compensation, and a lot about transparency and ethics. So how you do your business in this way. And here I'm gonna make two examples how it always working in ESG. But here you can see they have a different approach for social, environmental, and governance in our service, in our products. And you can also see ESG as a risk, mitigate a risk, or creating an opportunity of business. And one example here that I bring was about the social application and supplier. And a perspective of opportunity. So an inclusion of minorities in the supply chain. So we are now looking of entrepreneurs around minorities, so disabled people, Black people, around gender. So to make that, to incorporate them in our supply chain. So here they can help us to have a different perspective of our business, or help us to understand a different cluster of consumers. So it's both ways, they help us and we can help them to grow. And in environmental here, we see an opportunity in credit to help this electric car sector to grow. So here to finance that with lower rates and make the world like not so much the pollution in normal cars. That's a little bit about ESG. It's just about
it's a general view.
Holistic way.
Are you
yeah,
gonna
general
propose?
View, yeah.
Are you gonna propose any question, Rachel, or later at the end?
We can discuss later, so the guys can speak.
Present. Okay.
Present. Yeah.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Yeah, I will share my screen. The next one is Carlos.
Okay.
Share screen.
Taking notes, okay, guys? I think you have the permission. Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming. All right.
Okay.
So Carlos is gonna talk about extended reality. Good, Carlos. Technology group.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I will speak about the extended reality, the extended reality and the environment of the extended reality. Next, the extended reality it's a term to refer to real and the virtual world, and the interaction, the virtual and the real with the human interactions with the machine. And this extended reality, it's growing and being applied to so many ways, such environment, marketing, and training, real estate, and remote work. These three types, virtual, augmented, and mixed reality, are applying in the many ways in the education. Like I said, in the virtual reality, you can see this mechanism, this technology applied in games, much more in games. You can buy the glass with the PlayStation, Xbox, and other HoloLens to play and play games and do things with these glasses. The virtual is a simulated experience with the real world. You can see with the glasses or in games the simulated of the word of the campaign, the objects only in virtual worlds. The augmented reality you can use it to explore the real and virtual world. You can use the pen to and put your phone, and this screen in your phone you can see when you put the pen or the pencil and play with this, like
but it's more 3D, Carlos, but it looks like 3D.
Like when you use the app to measure the table or measure the things. You hold the cell phone and you can measure this type of technology. It's augmented reality, because you see your real world and use the virtual world to do anything you want. And the mixed reality, it's both. It's to physically and digital coexists in the same when you interact in real time. We see this type of the technology in the game Pokemon Go, because when you use the Pokemon Go, you hold your phone again and walk in the streets, and in this moment the app renderizing the world and show the Pokemon to collect, and this is interacting to the mixed reality.
Great.
The figures show the technology and military training and medical education, and here to building the motor industry of
in the industry.
Car industry, and all the things are connected with 4G or now 5G. And now with 5G you can use more the technology. You can bring more, you can do this faster, you can do this more connected. And this my next question to Cesar to do this to him is how to protect the people when all these things are connected. All this technology are connected, because now we have a cell phones, but we have glasses, we have many things to be monitoring. And my next question is if the people want to be protected, want to provide it.
Okay. Very nice. Great. How protect the privacy of people when all the things are connected, the people want to be protected. Okay, Cesar, you have the $1 million question, $1 million answer. Aye. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, Carlos. Can you stop the sharing, or is the same sharing, Cesar? You are
It's
sharing.
the same.
Okay.
It's the same. I put the cybersecurity in the same template.
Okay.
So I select some points, some key points, guys, to explain some common points that they use in relation cybersecurity. Definition. Let's start with a definition. Cybersecurity is the area. A lot of companies has a cybersecurity area. And that this area is responsible to protect the systems, the infrastructure, the computers, servers, all the things that connect in the network company. Like Carlos says, for example, AR, VR, or MR, and there are a lot of others systems and infrastructure, but cybersecurity is like a discipline, it's an area. Yeah. I bring some common types of cybersecurity. I select, I put in highlights malware, phishing, and social engineer, because in my opinion, that are the common issues that happen in society, in the people. For example, in your personal computer, sometimes you got some email, fake email, and maybe this email will put a malware in your computer, or it's a phishing attack. Or social engineer, that the hacker brings some data about the person. It's like call you by phone and bring you some data about your life or about your company, and the hacker use this data to elaborate the future, the future attack. So this is in my point, this is the most dangerous cyber attacks. Of course, we have others like man in the middle, zero-day exploit, SQL injection, DNS tunnel, denial of service. It's more technical cyber attacks. So I think we have two ways that the hackers explore these attacks. It's like malware, phishing, social engineered. In my opinion, it's more simple to do, and another more sophisticated technical. Yeah, like this man in the middle, in 0 day, and so on. I put some data. I bring the report that PwC produced in 2020. It's a public report, and this report brings some collect sets about inside reports PwC and cyber defense services. It's like a collect data. Here we saw the countries where the attacks were originated, like China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, India, some ones it's unknown. But here we saw, for example, some countries that don't have a good protection, or these countries, the best way to the hacker use to mask the track of the attack. So China has specific ways to deal with the internet and the websites. Iran has some specific laws or specific rules. Russia's also. So here we saw different countries that the hackers selected to originate the attacks. in this graph, I put some industry sectors that have most attacks in 2020. It's the same report. It's a PwC cyber threat report. It's the same. And there we saw, for example, what's the hacker prefer? We saw the government is the first one, but I select the healthcare in pharma because we saw last year a lot of attacks in the hospitals. I select some attacks here in Brazil, but if you put in Google, you saw a lot of attacks, a lot of news about the cyber attacks. I put the three. I selected the three issues that happens here in Brazil. The first one was the Happy Vida has suffered a cyber attack in July 2020, and this attack was dangerous, very dangerous, because some client data leak with potential client data leak. So what's the main problem this type of attack? Maybe the rely about the company was broken, yes, because the clients thinking about the privacy, yes, and if the some type of this attack happens, maybe the reputation is down of the company. The another one is Syro-Lebanese hospital. The news explain that that attack was blocked by prevent system of the hospital, but the result of this attack, all the systems, internal system of the Syro-Lebanese hospital was disconnected, because this is the first thing that IT team or IT cybersecurity team did. Put the all system, turn off all the system, because we have to verify all the data if you have some leaking or some another thing happen. And the last one happened the end of the last year in December. So a lot of data, 243 million Brazilian citizens leaking by hacker attack. So I selected these three news to show you what's happening when this type of attack happen. And I put the last slide, I put some laws and regulation which are applied in the different countries. I selected the Brazil LGPD and Europe GDPR, US cybersecurity laws, and China security laws. Brazil LGPD and Europe GDPR are very common aspects. Both have guarantee in access right and data protection, transparency, responsibility, penalties, and governance. There are some specific difference between them, like sensitive data types, notification, fines, and the children and teenager data. The Brazil LGPD will start in this year, August, maybe August of this year. And it's very hard to the company to implement the new mechanisms to protect the system. But I think the most important in this law, it's the laws guarantee the data, it's the user. So the user, it's possible to the user get the data or request the data to the company to protect or to save it. And the U.S. cybersecurity laws, it's a mix of the federal laws and the states levels laws. It's older in relation the Brazil LGPD and the Europe GDPR. The laws started in 1996, and the most important federal laws is HIPAA that applied in the health industry, and the GLBI that apply in the financial institution. These are examples about federal laws. But some states has specific securities to help the improvement security, like Massachusetts and New York and California. I select these 3 states that have a specific mechanisms to protect the data, like encrypted or some fines in relation to leaky. And New York has a specific law that apply in the companies and the cities of that state. And the China cybersecurity laws start in 2017. And I bring some points that I have very interesting, because it's very different in relation to the others, in relation to the US, in Europe, or Brazil. I put the points, for example, the law, it's necessary the users use the real name in all the systems, for example, Facebook's social systems, because it's very important to the China knows who are using the system. And another point is the data localization. So it's important to the China government knows where the data are storage. There are prohibited contents. So some sites it's prohibited to access. Technology backdoors in a specific industry like communication or technology, the government has the power to put some specific rules to supervise the system, the traffic network. And the critical information infrastructure sectors, it's another aspect by the law. Some industry are considered like critical, and the government has more interview about the data. And the legal responsibility, it's how the users can use the data if the users don't respect the laws, the government apply a fine to the user and the company. So it's
just a minute, Cesar. Just a minute. Yeah. We are exceeding a little our time. We need to finish, and I know that Rachel sent me a message that she has to feed the baby. Yep. Liz, and then, but I wanted to finish just having a little bit, only 10 minutes for us to conclude the happy hour. Now we are exceeding a little. And if Rachel has to leave, Rachel, would you like to say anything just for you before you leave? And then Cesar, you conclude. Just a moment, okay, Cesar?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry, interrupt you, Cesar. I loved the experience. It was really nice to meet everybody. It was really nice for me to spend this like 2 hours speaking English and know more about everybody, and all the topics was really interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Flávia, to make this happen, and thanks everybody to participate.
Okay, and Patricia, I think I saw she's feeding Joaquin, right, Patricia? Patricia's feeding Joaquin. But that's okay. part of the game. All right, Rachel, thank you so much. Keep in
Yeah,
touch.
thank you so
Rachel.
much.
Thank you, Rachel.
Have a
Bye-bye
great
then.
weekend.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Cesar, move on.
Yeah. So
Do not take so long, okay?
yeah. I bring this that laws. I think it's very different between them. I think China, there are specific ways to deal with the access to bring some security in their system. And yes, Flavia, I finish here. I think
It's very nice. Yeah, you did a good research. Yes, we studied together in class, and then he concluded, and then he continued his research. Huh?
Yeah.
Very nice, very good, Cesar. Yeah, but Carlos asked a question. So how can we all be protected in all these virtual reality games that we have and now coming into our houses, right? So this is the question, guys.
Yeah,
I think Cesar didn't respond. I think Cesar needed to respond.
Now Cesar has to respond.
I think, Flavia, all technologies needs security requirements. Yeah, I think AR, data science, XR. I think all technologies we have to do some specific ways to protect them. So I think there are some difference between them, of course, but we have to apply the security on the basis. Yeah, because how can I explain? How can I try explain in the first slide? There are a lot of technical ways to explore something, and I think unfortunately, most common the 3 points that I put in highlights, like a social engineer, malware, and the phishing. It's very common to explore. It's very simple to explore this attack. Yeah. And then on the other hand, for example, companies, for example, like Itaú, PwC, has a strong system to protect them. So every day, hackers are very smart. Try to another way to explore what's the easy way to bring some advantage.
I have a question to Sarah and Patricia in relation to hospitals here in Portugal. If the security system is 100% secure, if it's not, if you had already had also problems of hackers, so it's nice also to hear from them. Would you like to speak, Sarah?
We have, what I can say, in our company, we have also these kinds of measures to protect ourselves. All the employees are frequently frequently we receive an email reminding us to be careful, do not click on links from mails that we not know where it came from, some things like this. And the company makes this refresh even very often. So in our company, I think we have this protection, or at least we have a system that is trying to avoid these attacks.
Yes.
Yes, Patricia.
Yes, Lind starts data protection rules in company before the law implemented in Portugal. But in public hospitals, the cybersecurity is very poor in Portugal.
Yeah, so
we have some problems. In the last years, some hospitals had cyber attacks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But could you solve the problem fast, Patricia?
I know that in the Algarve, in 2 public hospitals, some information disappear. Yeah,
Mhm.
and
And until now, so the information is like from patients'
yes,
records? Patients'
yes.
records. Mhm.
Yeah, I think in the healthcare, in overall, they build their system, their technology, more concerning in, give the attention to the patient and less concerned about cybersecurity, because the main objective, which was, I need to put the patient to inside. I need to make all of my billing process, and that was the concern. And now it's a very new for healthcare industry, the cybersecurity discipline, and there is a lot of things to do in healthcare. Carlos can talk more about that because he's inside this industry, about technology industry, and he knows that it's a very poor discipline inside healthcare. So that's why big hospitals like Sírio-Libanês, Albert Einstein it was public last year. He passed through for a very important cybersecurity breach also. So I believe that there is a lot of roads to go through in this cybersecurity in health industry at all.
Yeah, the moment that
in public sector, it's
about the LGPD, né? So the system that is going to be implemented in August.
Yeah.
Né? So then you can see that there is a delay, né, in implementation.
Yeah, but LGPD, Flávia, in my point of view, is not to solve all the problems. Yeah, it's more relation to our data. I think we have a good way to choose how can the companies can use your data. I think it is important. Of course, the company is responsible to protect our data, because if you have some leak, the company will pay a lot of money because of this. But the data was gone. Yes, I have some examples. Your example, my examples. I got a lot of SMS messages in my name to do some loan in my name.
Loans.
Exactly. And maybe my data was leaking, and the thief or hacker tried to do something. Yes, try the attack. And so I think LGPD solves some aspects of the protected data, the ownership of the data, but the company are responsible to deal with the data, to storage the correct, the good way. So they protect the systems, and it's not easy. It's very hard. But I think, for example, GDPR Europe, LGPD Brazil, United States, China, it's very different. But I think it's important that countries has the mechanism to protect the data.
Okay,
yes.
We're going to come to an end of our happy hour now. We trespassed some minutes, so we expanded about 20 minutes. It's enough. But I wanted to hear just briefly, starting from Sarah, your impression, if you like it, if it was okay, if it was nice, okay, and then we go and finish with each one giving a little talk, okay, a little end message.
Okay.
Go, Sarah.
It was the first happy hour that I participate, and it was a very good experience. It's nice to talk about these topics that are very important and in our daily day basis. and it's very nice to be able to do it in English and to meet new people and new perspectives of the thing. So I enjoy it. It was last 2 hours, very well spent. Thank you, Flavia,
No,
for
all right.
organizing.
Very nice. You did a good job. You did a good job. Great. Very nice. Great. Dennis, go.
It was my first actually, but I was in the Flavia class for a long time, but it was my first happy hour. So it was very nice. I think we exchange ideas. Are always good in English. It's very good. Also, this practice is very important for us. For keep our English warm. Let's put it that way. And thank you, Flavia. Thank you, everyone. I think it was wonderful see how you explore all of these kind of different topics. And hope you see in the next one. And see you then, guys.
Very nice. Thank you, Dennis, for participating. It was really nice, especially because you have so many acquaintances here, colleagues of long time. And in fact, it's very nice, the trio, you, Cesar, and Carlos. Cesar, go, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoy this happy hour. I think it's very important for me to practice my English, and I think the presentations here are wonderful. I think it's very nice subjects: leadership, cybersecurity, technology, sustainability. I think it's very important. I think it's very nice see you guys. For me, I think it's the new normal, unfortunately, but yeah.
It's the new normal, is online, yes.
The new normal, yes, but I really enjoy it. Thank you again, Flavia. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. Good work, good job. Okay, Carlos, you. Thank you. Open your audio. Okay.
I like very much spend this time with all, and I like most because this day I can focus in listen or speak, and in your classes and in our classes I'm staying in the hush many times, and I don't focus what I want to do. But today it's important to me to do this, to see all the people and interacting with them.
Very nice, Carlos. Yes, I know that English is a challenge for you, and congratulations on your effort, because I know you are very busy now with 60 people under your command. I know that it's not so easy, lots of projects going in hospitals, and coincidentally or not, now you guys here presenting now, except for Rachel, are related to healthcare. And then, so this is a big responsibility nowadays. And I hope you, Carlos, continue, right? So don't give up your English, because sooner or later, you can have more opportunities going to congresses and meetings outside. Yeah. Patricia, you have the last word. Thank you, Carlos. So open your audio, please. Open your audio. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Flavia. Thank you, all the people. I think this is an excellent challenge, meeting new people, training English, discussing topics. I think is interesting experience. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you for your participation. And really, no, this is the way I teach. So it's to make English a meaningful way. And really congrats, because you really work hard trying to build up your presentations and and what is interesting is to have Portuguese participants, Brazilian participants. I'm very happy to be part of all these, so this maneuver now of engaging everybody and trying to make everybody participating. And that's it. So let's move on. And I hope probably in a month and a half, we can have another happy hour. Okay. So all the best to you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay. With your families. And as Cesar said, this is going to be the new normal.
Yeah.
So then see you around on the screen pretty soon. Okay. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
See you.